One of the secrets to effortless speed and power is how we release it. Releasing it off a different hinge, creating so much speed and effortless power. And this is what we've seen with Fred Couples. He's been able to release it more underneath. He's had unbelievable hand and wrist motion, which has made him hit the ball so far for so long. And aging players can do that. Let's get into this. This move transformed my ball striking. I made an adjustment a few years ago, turned my left hand in a little bit, saw an extra knuckle. I could see the logo on my glove easier. Kept the toe more in front of the heel, and then released it more underneath. Letting my lead wrist, after impact, move into a cupped or an extended position, working off a different hinge, unhinging.
The secret to effortless speed and power. Aldrich Podgett along us here on the PGA Tour. Fred Couples, nicknamed Boom Boom. Have a look at these two swings coming down. Absolutely identical when we look at the hands and the wrist. And here's your secret, guys. I'm going to show you how to get this into your swing. Big lag angles. Now, when you've got this, you got to get rid of this. You got to release this. You got to unhinge this as quickly as possible. And here's your indicator. Here's your checkpoint. As we get the end of the grip here, the bigger the lag, the quicker you have to release it. And we're going to unhinge this. Let's have a look at this hand motion. What Dr. Rose says about this wrist, the secret to this wrist and hand motion, this effortless speed.
And now I think one of the secret powers for Aldrich is he sets the club really well. In other words, he creates a lot of lag in the club. So he's going to maintain this lag in the club very late in his swing. And if I take him to the top of the backswing, I can actually measure the amount of lag. He has 77.8 degrees. So think about here, let's take from this arm to here, that's 90 degrees. He's 77 degrees at the top, okay? So it's about here, right? On the downswing, as he starts the downswing, that goes from 77 to, look, he's still going down, he's still going down, he's still going down, he's still going down, 66 degrees. So it keeps going another to 11 degrees lag as he's starting his downswing. Where most, amateurs, as you start your downswing, you almost start releasing the club and casting. He's increasing the lag as he goes down to 66 degrees. So now, from a very short period of time, from here to impact, he's going to release this club. And now, because he's releasing the club in such a short period of time, he does it faster and it creates more speed. He gets his club moving. If I look at RPMs, like how fast it's moving, if I get him to impact, average on PGA Tour is around 2,300 degrees per second. Aldrich topped out here at 2603. The kid knows how to develop some speed.
Now, one of the great guides and gauges with your iron play when the left arm is parallel, have a look at Tommy Fleetwood here. All right, have a look at the shaft, have a look at the number there. I don't like seeing it get above 70 degrees. I just don't like seeing it cast in this direction. Now, some people load the club a little bit differently. We know that. We see players sometimes loading more. We see players loading less. And I mean, that's an important thing to notice. But one of the things that we see with amateurs, they get themselves in a zone where they've already starting to cast and flip. And if you've got a guide, like it might sound technical, but if you've got a guide or a gauge where 70 degrees is, you start to get closer to the averages of movement. And you can measure this on your cell phone. Join the free trial series, you don't have to pay anything, with SWINGSLAPP in the App Store. So let's finally have a look at the secret to effortless speed and power from Fred Couples. What a camera angle, evidence-based instruction. Now have a look at this for a relaxed grip. Look at that right wrist there. So he brings in the club really deep. All right, he's bringing really deep, and then he releases, unhinges this angle past the body. And to do that, we've got a checklist. Look at the right wrist, look at the left wrist. Now, most people don't even know about this, probably working on the opposite, but this is how you unhinge. All right, this is how you build up your angles. And like Sam Snead said, to snap those wrists down the bottom, this is your indicator, this is your checkpoint. This is how you build up huge angles and get rid of them by unhinging.
Just to get a feel of this motion, this hinge and unhinge, grab a tour stick or a lineman stick, whatever you call it. I've got some plastic tubing. You can grab a golf club, swing back, hook your finger, right? Hook the shaft and pull this in. Now when you do it, don't pull the lead wrist into a massive amount of cupping or extension. Pull it in so it's still flat here. All right, get to the top, pull this in. Now you've got a wicked angle, right? You've got to let this go, and the checkpoint is after impact, which sounds funny because the indicator, we've got to have this to be able to hold the angle at the bottom.
Now, well over 90% of amateur golfers have this stiff style wooden release. The grip points down and the wrists never unhinge. Because of this, they're unable to build any real usable angles in the downswing, so there's nothing to release correctly through the ball.
And it's a bit of a skill level. You do a bit of work on it. It's not like it comes like this. Okay, so end of the grip to the target before the hands get behind the head. There's your indicator. Once again, get to the top, hook your finger, pull it in. Now we let it go. And you see the end of the grip point to the target before the hands get behind the head.
So guys, coming up in about 1 minute, we got the Fred couples drill. I know you're going to love that one. It helps so many people hit the ball better. And then we're going to have a listen to what Tiger Woods says, and we're going to watch him impersonate Fred Couples, which is absolutely brilliant. It really is remarkable when you work with the facts about your swing. Like you find that one area that's holding you back, that point of failure that you never knew that you were doing. In March 2026, I'm working with Dr. Robert Neal, who works with Jason Day, Tour Stars, Matt Fitzpatrick, the Ryder Cup star, and so many others. We got GC Quads, we got Trackmans, we got biomechanics, we got this high-speed camera station working hands-on with a screen in front of you. Guys, helping so many people improve faster. More information in the description box, or send me a mail there at craig@worldclassgolf.com.
Guys, see how my grip's pointed up here? The sharp's rested on my neck. See how the left wrist is an extension, like it's cupped? Watch this, right? So you're gonna really store up these angles, bring it in nice and deep, and then we're gonna release it past the body. One of the indicators here is to get the grip up, around about when the hands are level with the head or slightly in front. Amateur golfers with wooden style releases, the grip's always pointed down. The shoulders are overactive. There's no speed in that. This is a style, all right? This is a style of swing. We're working up a different hinge. We turn the grip in a little bit. We're releasing it more underneath, getting that lead wrist. That lead wrist will move into 45 degrees of extension a lot of the time through the golf ball with top players. Now, this is a good way to get a bit of a feel and just hit a ball or do a practice swing at home if it's the off season. So get yourself into the finish position. It's almost like I'm pulling down on the grip. It's rested there. I just hold it for a few seconds. Feel it. Feel where the grip is. Notice it. Come back. Wind it up and find that same position through the golf ball. Nice strike. Hit that one really solid. And I'm back to where I started. I can go back again. Feeling, imitating these moves. Great way to steal the move. Now that release, we're releasing it past the ball. There's always going to be some timing in the swing. There's turn, there's tilt, there's external pressures of the game, guys. You've got to get the timing of your release. It's not that hard once you understand what's sort of happening. This will improve everybody's ball striking. Keeping the angles coming down and releasing it past the body into this position, working off a different hinge, learning to unhinge that golf club, more speed, more power, better compression. So guys, this is the Fred Couples drill. This is absolutely gold. I'll explain what it does. It really helps your elbow come into a pure position, helps keep your right side under your left, promotes lateral movement in your swing. It does a whole heap of things. So don't think, even though it's simple, it has a huge positive chain reaction in your swing. I use this personally. What I've done is sometimes I do this when I'm practicing myself. I throw in maybe not so many golf balls. I've done this because of the video, but I throw in a couple so I can just sort of see where my target line is. Now, when we're aiming to the left, and the best ball strikers I've ever seen have had the tendency when they aim bad is to the left. The worst ones I've seen is they aim to the right. Okay, so aiming to the left, what it does is it helps you come a little bit more from the inside. It helps bring this elbow joint into a pure position in here because we get then the elbow directly over the wrist rather than the wrist in front of the elbow. This is what happens when we aim to the right and try and hit it straight. I mean, unless you're hitting a big draw in deliberately, but a lot of people, most people aim right and don't even know. This gets up, this comes out, this gets low. We spin, it's a disaster. Now, aiming to the left, what does it help us do? It helps right under left instead of right over left. It helps us shift, it helps us come underneath, and it helps shallow the plane. All these wonderful characteristics, these hallmarks of great players. So what you do, aim up a long way, and I just want you guys to focus on the target. See if the target can do it. I don't want you guys just to shove it on the inside. just focus in on the target and then get in there and try and hit this thing straight.
It's pretty amazing these days when we film a swing, we get in there and have a look at it. Like the software that I use to get in there and zoom in, have a look at the grip, have a look at the club face. Like this was filmed with a cell phone, right, with a mobile phone. And this is the software that I'm using to teach pros online, to teach top amateurs, to teach golfers from around the world. We can get in there and see every single part of the swing that we need to see, getting inside the averages of movement. I've been helping people improve faster, really getting a name of helping people improve quicker, faster, with less effort. It's just such an important thing. Once you get your hands on the right information, time moves so fast, guys. Like, are you hitting the ball as good as you can hit it? Do you feel like you're missing out on something? Send your swing through to me. Get one of your friends to film it from a cell phone. Get into World Class Golf. You've got unlimited contact with me. You get a link, you get a video supplied, and it goes around 20 minutes. You'll have side-by-side examples, just like the YouTube video, except your swing on the screen. And this is where I'm helping so many people finally reach their potential, finding that point of failure. Reach out to me, guys. I'll get you playing the best golf that you've ever played.
Tiger, this is funny. You know, Freddie's hit balls behind Tiger. Of course, Tiger wanted to give a shot at that imitation of Freddie. Doesn't everybody wish they could swing like Freddie?
About Freddie making his 35th Masters start.
Look at him. Look at him with the waggle, hands high. This is good. That is so spot on. It's so good.
Well, I was on the couch watching Fred play, and I think he'd birdied like 5 holes in a row in the front 9, and then I think par 10 or something like that, and then he just got hot.
5 in a row for Fred Couples, 13 under, 2-shot lead making the turn.
Freddie and I and JT are on a group text. I just texted him, are you watching this? I want to say it was the Bills and Chiefs that were playing, and I was so excited to watch this game. And it was just starting and kind of going on, and Tiger texted me, he's like, you watching this? I was like, yeah, I know, I'm pumped for this game. He's like, no, it's like, Freddie, it's not about that football game that you're watching. Take a look at our old man here. And I just like panned over and looked at the scores. I'm like, oh my gosh. And we're texting in our group text that we're in with Freddie as well. Just, what was going on, made another birdie, another birdie, another birdie.
Birdie number 11.
Yeah. Hi, I'm Fred Couples. I make birdies in bunches.
Watch those last 2 holes and stuffing in there, birdie on 18, and we're going nuts. And then, 45 minutes later, Freddie's just like, I could be you too if I'm playing like this kind of thing. So it was cool. I got chiming in with Joey, and Joey says, where the hell was that 30 years ago? So it was fun for all of us. We were all, badgering Fred, and also just so proud of him. If anyone who deserves to win, at a late stage in life, it's Fred. For me, the Fred that I grew up playing against and playing with as my partner in the President's Cup, and then to see that Fred, roll by the clock, and to see him hit shots and making all those putts, it was very special.